That tiny change is going to make all the difference to every shot you hit, from green to drive. I talk a lot about your natural instincts, and the more we can tap into it, you're going to play better golf. You're going to have a more free-flowing, consistent golf swing, an effortless power golf swing. Throwing a ball is one of those examples. I'm holding a ball here, I'm throwing it, or I'm hitting a baseball or whatever it might be, casting a fishing rod. I am always in motion. This ball, as I'm holding it, is always slightly in motion. If I was to have this on a table or something, and I was like, all right, throw, but I've got to grab this ball first, right, as quickly as I can. If I go like that, the whole thing looks a lot less fluid. So if I'm like this, all right, go, okay? But if I have the ball here, and this is always moving, or I'm moving here, okay, there, it's more fluid. There's less to think about because I'm not trying to start something, it's already started. And that's why this tip works so well. And I'm going to show you how to get more freedom in your swing and more consistency with this tiny, stupid, easy tweak. We are going to start with putting. It might not be sexy, but trust me, we need to get the principle right. And it's going to help you hold more putts, which is going to lower your scores. We all want that. When you have a tendency to freeze, to be rigid at setup, that's really going to hurt all of your game, but your putting as well. I don't mean that you have to always sort of be moving like this and then you sort of putt like that. We don't need it to be quite that way. Mind you, it didn't turn out too bad. But we certainly don't want to be frozen, where we're over the ball, where the putter is just stuck here, and then we have to initiate the movement, okay? How do we do it? We get stuck. So the simplest thing is just to hover your putter just a hair. And as you come closer into here, I'm only talking a couple of millimeters. And what that's going to do is help start the swing with a little bit more ease. If we are stuck down, it can get caught, it can snag on the grass, and when we do that, the putter face can open, it can close, and our tempo goes off. So what we want to do is just float, hover the putter a little bit, and it's going to help you feel the weight of the putter. We can still do the same stroke. We still want to feel firm in our stance, in our core, in our grip even, but I can feel the weight of the putter and there is no restriction when I make that stroke. Let's find out how it's going to help your chipping too. If we start at the ground here and are rigid, again, the club can sort of snag, it can drag, and that makes the takeaway and the smoothness a little bit trickier because as you see in the grip up here, what happens is the club is sort of resting and we might not even be applying the grip pressure, but as soon as we start, we might apply that grip pressure and drag it away and snatch it away. And if you're doing that on chip shots or putts, it's going to happen in the full shots as well. So we want to have smoothness. It's all about smooth tempo, the whole swing, chip shots as well. So take your grip, take your setup, but just raise the club up a hair, just so it's floating. So now you can make a smooth takeaway and brush that grass with ease. It's going to help with some shots out of the rough as well. And of course the bunker, because you've got to float it anyway. But the same thing applies out of some rough shots. I'm down here to kind of exaggerate that if you are stuck in the ground and you're trying to brush the club away when here and you're snatching it away, you're going to be knocked off course almost by some blades of grass. But if we hover, we're above it. Doesn't mean we're going to thin it, it's just we're going to adjust to it and allow the momentum to start the swing just a little bit easier. Okay, so it applies to everything. Let's find out how it's going to help your irons. Bobby Jones, Sam Snead, several other players of days of yore display this so well. There is movement, there is flow, very little static emphasis at the start or during the swing. The takeaway is smooth, and the same thing can be for you when you make this tiny little adjustment to hover the club. Now we're on to the irons. The same thing applies. We want to just hover the club a little bit, and I want you to just play this game with me. I want you to always have your feet moving, feeling the ground moving. The club is always slightly in motion, and we are never fully stopping. We are never fully planting that club into the turf. It is floating just a little bit. And what you'll notice is it's going to not only just help your tempo and stuff like that, it's going to genuinely help the mechanics of your swing. We want a smooth, consistent takeaway. What happens is, if we're snatching it away, if we're stuck, what can happen, the club head whips on the inside too much here, and all of a sudden, the rest of the swing becomes that much harder because we're having to, overcompensate or whatever it might be. Or we sort of get a bit stuck and our tempo snatches away and we get too short. But if we are floating, if we're always in motion, you will be amazed at how much easier it is to get a little bit more width and smoothness to your golf swing. So just allow the club to hover and keep moving. Do not stay static. Now we are onto the driver. This is where hovering and floating, whatever you want to call it, is going to perhaps show you the most amount of benefits. Now, there's a couple of keys to this. One, the hovering is going to really help a smoother, wider takeaway, which is what we want. We want to have a nice sort of wide swing and a wide angle of attack to be able to sweep up on it. Floating, hovering the club, is really going to facilitate that. If we're stuck in the ground, we can snatch it away. And more than anything, we need good tempo with the driver. Wide, smooth, controlled, hitting it out of the center. And that's where floating is going to pay a big benefit, because if you have the driver on the deck, what's going to happen, because we're not hitting it off the deck, you will see that as we're striking it with the club, an inch off the air, half an inch off, if we raise the club here, what's going to happen is we're going to be striking it out of the heel. And you can see from this angle. So let's say I start here, at the center of the face, okay? I'm starting there. Now, as I swing through, my club is above the ground, but just by raising that, see how it's coming out of the heel now? We don't really want that. And that heel shot might be where some of your cut shots are happening, or many other weird things. However, if we start with the club hovering out of the middle, this is going to be where we deliver it. Make sense? So not only is this going to help your tempo and a wide swing, it's going to help you hit the center of the face just that bit easier. Easy peasy. I want you to now go and check out these videos. They are easy tweaks that you can make to your setup that have the biggest effect on your golf swing and consistency. I'll see you next time.